What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ollie, back from the famous car that is. So look, the video today, quite brief as usual. I'd like to entitle, what is it going to take? What do I mean by this? So look, my 24 years on this earth, majority of them I spent chancing with my life, playing games with my life, playing with my life, not realising how important life is, how things can change in an instant at the click of a finger, how bad or good things could get, and what could actually happen. I spent a lot of years of my life thinking I was invincible, nothing can touch me, nothing bad could happen to me, and boom. Something really, well, a lot of things happened, but something really bad happened and it stopped me from doing what I was doing. It stopped me in my tracks and I thought, you know what, I'm not going through that again. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing a video about today. Now, look, I spent a long time taking loads of drugs, drinking loads of drink, going out all the time, being addicted to drugs, playing with my life, talking badly, thinking badly, worrying, depression, paranoia, anxiety, tried to take my life, been in a mental hospital twice, all these sort of things, and they tumble into one, and it's almost like, okay, every time one of these things happened, I'd sort myself out for a bit and then I'd go back to what I was doing because it was what I was used to, it was fun, it was life, it was my life. And you'll find that with yourself or a lot of people within this world, because what they're doing is what they're used to, and they'll do it for a certain amount of time, whatever they're doing that they shouldn't be doing, they're doing it for a certain amount of time. And it's all good and well, the money's there, the girls are there, the clothes, the cars, the watches, the drink, the drugs, the whatever. And you think, oh, I'm untouchable, I feel so good. And then something happens, like you get nicked, or like, for those who don't know what nicked means, it's arrested. Or I mean, something minuscule, slightly, lightly bad happens. So you get over that stage and you change yourself for a bit, but what you're doing now is not what like you used to do. So you're like, oh, I can't earn as much money doing that, or I'm not having as much fun doing that, so I'm just going to go back to this, because if something happens again, it's only going to be as bad as what it was last time. That's the mentality you're in. So you go back to doing what you're doing, whatever it may be, whatever you shouldn't be doing. You're playing with your life, you go back to doing what you was doing. All of a sudden, something a bit worse happens, so you go back to this nice person, good person, not doing anything wrong, and then you think, oh, it's not as fun, I'm not earning as much money, I'm not this, I'm not that, so you go back to that person. Now, this is where people start to believe they're invincible and life can't get any worse. Because when you go back to it again, 9 times out of 10, something really bad will happen, and that will stop you in your tracks. Let me tell you something for nothing. Last year, I mean, I was playing with my life for a long time, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever years. And I was stopped in my tracks. Now, that may have been God or whoever else that stopped me in my tracks, but it stopped me in my tracks. And I was in a position where I was sat in front of a judge for a week-long trial. And it was the most horrible experience of my life. Bearing in mind I had a baby on the way. I had all this stuff going on, and I always promised that when I have a child, I'll be there for that child every single day of the week. Now, I had a baby on the way, and all I'm worrying about is, right, I'm going through this court case, like, it's not really my fault, but I've still got to go through it at the moment, but I've got a baby on the way, and like, what am I going to do? My son needs me. I need to provide for my son, and all of that sort of stuff. And it's just like, and it gave me a proper kick in the teeth. Anyway, like, the court case ended out, do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, how I wanted it to end out. And it really changed me. Listen, I'm here to tell you today, like, whoever's watching this video, you might be doing something you're not supposed to be doing, or just living a fast life and playing games with your life and doing whatever. Like, you only get one life. It is as simple as that. You get one life, you have to live it, and you have to live it the right way. Yes, everyone has to learn the easy, the medium, or the hard way, but I'd rather people learn from my mistakes and others like me, as opposed to having to learn their own mistakes. Because you read it in the news every day, people are dying, people are getting locked away for life for a very long time for doing something so stupid. And I know a few of them. There's people been on the news that I know personally, and it just makes you thank God that you was not part of them. Like, everything happens for a reason. Everyone goes through their own stages in life. But I'm telling you today, and the main reason why I started this organisation is so people can learn from my mistakes and others like me, as opposed to their own mistakes. Because listen, people, like, I'm from London originally. Like, I'm from South London, born and bred, moved away for a bit, come back, and it's like you see a lot of things going on. I walk down the street every day and I see people, I drive past people that are acting the big man or the big woman with all the money and all the cars and all this and all that. But you know damn well you didn't get it the right way, so you're not going to keep it. And you know damn well at some point it's going to catch up with you. And when it catches up with you, listen, the judge don't play nice. Or if you're staring down the end of someone's gun, they don't play nice. Listen, whatever you're doing, I know it might seem the good thing now. I know you might feel good about yourself, but think into the future. Have a big mind. Think into the future. You think 30, 40 years from now you're going to be doing what you're doing now. No, you're not. There can be 3 things that are going to happen to you. Number 1, you get locked up. Number 2, someone kills you because of jealousy or because you've peed someone off. Number 3, and this is the one that I advise, is that you knock on the head whatever you're doing, you get rid of whatever you're doing, and you live a normal life. It's going to take a few years for you to get a job or build something for yourself and build a business and do all of these things and get off of drugs and whatever else. But I promise you, at the end of going through all those hardships, you can run a business, you can have an amazing job, you can live an amazing life that's going to be as good, if not better, than what you're doing now. And there's less risks. That the reason why I wanted to entitle this video today, what is it going to take? What is it going to take for you to learn that what you're doing is not right? That what you're doing can cost you your life 2 different ways. You could lose your life by a gun or a knife, or get murdered by someone because of jealousy or because they just don't like you. Or number 2, you could lose your life to the government and to the system. And I see a lot of people around that have got children and they're still out doing their nonsense. Yes, you have to provide for your family. I get that. I understand that. I appreciate that. And I'm with you 100%. But it's just how you provide for your family. Now, I'd much rather my son be provided for properly by what I'm doing now, i.e. going to work every single day to a proper job, and then him have me around for the rest of his life, as opposed to me going out, making thousands of pounds or just doing other nonsense, and him or me not know whether I'm going to be around tomorrow or the next day. You know, you have to think about these things. I changed my life completely for 2 reasons, for God and for my son. You have to find a reason to change your life. It seems good at the moment, but when you're sitting in a jail cell for a long time, or your family is standing over your grave crying their eyes out because of what you have done and they've lost you, it's going to be too late. So think about what I'm saying. It's not easy, but it's not hard. It's bang in the middle. Listen, you can come from the life you're living to a much better life. All you've got to do is make that transition. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be hard. It's going to be bang in the middle, but you just got to want it. You've got to have the mentality to do it, and you've got to have a reason to do it, okay? If you haven't got kids, the reason you should have to do it is to stay alive and live a life of luxury and happiness and health and wealth and protection and security and prosperity and safety and all of these mental, amazing, wondrous, phenomenal things. You can do it. It's not easy, it's not hard, it's bang in the middle. But listen, don't leave it too late. What is it going to take for you to change? What is it going to take for you to grab the bull by the horns and live life properly? Let me know. I've been there, I've done that, I wore the t-shirt. I've been in sticky situations and I've come out of them the other side a better man. I'm a completely better man now. I go to church, I go to work, I look after my son, I look after my family, and I try my hardest to provide for them a life that they deserve. And I'm planning 10, 15, 20, 30 years into the future, because I know that I'm going to provide this life for my son, my fiance, my family, and everything I need to do. I know deep down. It's going to be a bit harder than what it would be doing other stuff, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to sit back and I'm going to laugh, because I'm going to be relaxed and my conscience is going to be clear and I'm going to have no worries. But that's it. Look, what is it going to take for you to change? Let me know. Anyway, as I say at the end of every video, my name's Ollie. This is Think Motivate. I love you. God loves you. You are amazing. You are phenomenal. Don't let no one ever tell you any different. And until the next video, good night and God bless.